Just when you thought that Peter Eggink had scraped the bottom of the barrel with CTC, he proves you wrong with Houdini's last trick, which is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the worst tricks ever created. Now, when you watch a magic trailer, there's certain things that you want. You want to see how the trick works. You want to see the prop. And more importantly, you want the trailer to get to the point. Your time is valuable. What you don't want to see is 1 minute, 15 seconds of stock footage of Houdini and close-ups of people's hands and pictures. But that's what you get in this trailer. You get 1 minute 15 of absolute nothing. Just when you're ready to switch off the trailer because you're sick to death of this and you just want to know what the trick is, finally Peter starts performing, which is what's going to happen in a few seconds. But when he does perform, get ready for an overwhelming sense of underwhelm, because this trick is at best underwhelming. Think about this. If you could really do magic, would you make a picture of a card appear in the top pocket of a picture of Houdini? Well, maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. But let's just point out a few problems with this product, shall we? Number one, this trick is affected by the performing conditions. Depending on where you live, depending on where you perform, depending on the room in which you're performing in, this might not work at all, or it might work a little bit too well. Secondly, the method that Peter is using right now to make the gimmick work is very impractical. The best way is to put the card in between the spectator's hands, not to do what he's doing. We're willing to bet anyone who's bought this trick that actually performs it in the real world, and we can't imagine anyone that would be doing that anyway, but let's just say there's someone out there that does, they're not going to be using that method. But then you come to the main crux of the problem with Houdini's last trick, which is the impracticalities. First of all, it's kind of an underwhelming trick. A card just appears in a picture. But when you look at the picture and the card has appeared there, it's very, very difficult to even tell what that card is. If you have a close look at the picture, you can kind of tell it's a king of clubs. Kind of, but it's not exactly obvious. It doesn't exactly shout out and say, I'm the king of clubs. And then secondly, the second that you give that card to the spectator, you are on a ticking time clock. Because very, very soon after looking at that card, you are going to have to do a switch. Else they're going to see a completely different trick that you don't want them to see. And the switch takes place at exactly the wrong time to switch a picture. Exactly the wrong time. The card trick can't be repeated because it's going to be the same card every single time. There's more holes in this trick than there are in Swiss cheese. The bottom line is, if you want to buy something good that Peter Eggink's created, there's many options out there. This is not one of them.